everybody! Welcome back to Reaper Pro Tips with me, your host, and Disembodied Hands, Squinty, Disembodied Beard, John, and Kodiak. All the hearts, Kodiak. Maybe it's a promotion. I know how it is. It's like when somebody says, we need to talk later, and like you immediately think of the worst thing that it could be, right? It's totally a thing. Maybe they're giving, yep, Karnika said the same thing. Yay for the positive thinkers in the room. Yep. We're just trying to, like, counter your anxiety by bringing up awesome things it could be, Kodiak. Have you been at that job a long time? Hey, Kiki. Hi. Hello, Keekers. I think Keekers is coming into heat. It's that time. It's 9 months after her last one. Yeah, Keekers. Yeah, are you going to be a hot dog? Yeah, hot dog. She's like, I don't know, but I'm hanging out here. Yeah, good girl. She still can't jump up on my lap. She tried to yesterday, and she was like, oh, no. Almost 2 years. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, keep us posted. We're here to support you either way. Hey, Keekers. Yeah. Oh, this was a good girl. Oh, somebody's going to put her head in my lap because somebody's cute today. Somebody's decided to be a cute girl instead of a dingo like you were yesterday. Such a dingo. You're so dingo. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. She was pretty respectful this morning. Like, she jumped on the bed, which she shouldn't have done, but she, instead of, like, pouncing right in my face, because I was, like, still pretty much playing dead at that point, because I really, really didn't want to wake up, she, like, laid down next to me and just kind of put a paw on my hand. Like, it was really kind of cute. She's like, I really want to lie on top of Mom and get pettins, but Mom isn't moving, so I'm going to just quietly tell her I'm here. The cutest Kiki ever. Are you growing into the cutest Kiki ever? You're actually, like, observing other people around you and, like, tuning your responses instead of throwing yourself like a wild dingo at them? Good girl. All right, Papa, we got to work. It's time to work. We've got a Batling. We've got a Batling, and we need to paint it. Yeah. Because there's still uncertainty, right, Quindy? That's the thing, is it doesn't have to be anything bad. It could be just something different that's also going to be a pain in the ass. And that's enough to cue anxiety, for sure. Alright, so we need to get our skin tone, although we really don't. Because we know what goes into that bright skin tone that we use to highlight our purple, because we still need to do some purple highlighting back here. Because we know what goes into that, we can actually just do it shortcut. So what we can do is we can pull together our Kraken ink and we can grab our magma red, which is what we use to make that pink, and our white, and we can just like mix these all together, essentially, to get a highlight color. Though we do remember we need to have to put a little bit of yellow in to the Kraken ink to make it go as muted as we need it. So we'll be doing that. Yeah, fingers crossed for Kodiak, for sure. Oh, no. So I just noticed the Batling does have a smile, and I think I want to accentuate. Like, if you look, he actually is smiling. So I think I need to accentuate his little tiny smile. And that's going to change this expression again. But we'll do that after I get the rest of this purple mixed up. So 4 drops of purple. And this time we're going to be smart. We're going to just put a little tiny bit of lantern yellow on the end of our brush. And put it in. I can't wait for my new resin to come. Sorry, that was my new resin song. So that I can print a fairy dragon. I can't wait for my new resin to come. Speaking of resin dragons. That's so sad, Gringo. Like, I imagine you getting a resin printer, and then I imagine, like SSC out there with a tiny little gas mask on in the garage, hitting print over and over just so he can go thwack. Oh, nice, Crowley. I haven't checked my, that email recently to see if mine is shipping. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit That's mostly bubbles, so let's try to get some actual paint. There we go. So a little tiny bit into my purple, just to dull it down just a little bit. That was close, not quite enough, so that's fine. We can put just a little bit more. Ah! Bubbles, bubbles! More bubbles. Followed by paint. Alright, we'll try that. There we go, perfect. And then we can take a little bit of that. Let me get my palette. Now that we've got that muted down, I definitely want to add some water to keep it good because it's drier out here lately. So it's going to dry fast. Quindy, that's funny. His passion is destruction and wearing cute knitted objects. Alright, so we may as well just mix this up. One drop of that. Uh-oh, I needed to shake that better. Yeah, maybe Cornico. They do probably try to ship a whole bunch at once, right? To save on costs. Ah, Quindy. You can just, you know, save time bandits for a different day. When you're, like, casting about, aimlessly, looking for something to absorb your brainwaves. Yes, if it wasn't for his fashion sense, he'd be insufferable. I can either. So I'm just going to use my purple brush. I'm just going to mix it right in. Which gives us a kind of funky, cool taupe mauve color. Which is a bit light for our highlight. But if you want more of a fleshy purple highlight, like if you're doing something chaotic or tentacly, mixing a skin tone into your purple is a good bet. And the reason we're going a bit gray is because there's some black or blue interacting here in our Kraken purple. So as I add more Kraken purple, we'll darken that down a little bit. And I may just decide to keep this as a highest highlight color, actually, since I've mixed it, and just pop a little bit over here. Grab a little bit more of that. Now mix myself up a midtone that's more like what we were using yesterday. But since I had this color and I kind of liked it, I decided to just go this way. Oh yeah, October. For sure. Everybody respects that. We respect your gothitude. Alright, I want another brush full of water over here, because it's already drying out, man. It must be very low humidity here today. I can't wait till we actually get our first rainy day of the winter. I'm kind of wanting that. Although we do have some clouds in the sky. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just that I have the window open, the breeze is on my palette, that it's drying out a little faster. Let's see. Now I have to look. Our air quality is very good. Yeah, humidity's okay today. Must just be the breeze. Alrighty. Here we are. So I started playing the new Diablo 4 expansion last night. I decided to go ahead. I had the money, so I was like, you know what? Because I've been, like, no computer games for over a month now, just because I haven't made the time or had the time. And I was like, if I do all my work during the day, then I should get to be able to, like, kill tiny monsters at night. And I was very tempted by Necromancer again, but I actually ended up playing Rogue, which I normally don't get to play because I have this philosophy of not playing what David is playing because he's such a min-maxer that inevitably, if I did that, I would be so frustrated because I would play a class that I just liked the look and feel of, and he would just play it because it was OP. So he told me, expressly told me, this is a good expansion for you to play Rogue because I'm not playing one. And so I went, oh, okay. So a new Rogue class came out with the new Rogue ability in it as the main focus. And I was like, oh, all right, well, we'll try that. And I made a character and I really like her. She's got like, I love her look. I like the outfits that rogues get. You know, dressing your characters have half the fun in Diablo, as far as I'm concerned. And then David's like, well, what build are you? And I'm like, oh, it's Dance of Knives, or I think it's Dance of Knives is what it's called. And he's like, oh, that must be new. And he looked it up and he's like, this is perfect for me. And I'm like, you're not playing Rogue. You told me you wouldn't. You promised you wouldn't. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I know. I went and did all my PT exercises while waiting for it to install Kodiak. But yeah, that turkey, and you know what? It is a hugely OP build, guys. My build is going to be better than his build, and he's going to get frustrated and quit early. I bet you anything. Or he's going to switch over. He's going to switch to something else. Because David is like, and it's always like a double-edged sword with us, because like, I was pretty happy with my Bone Spear Necromancer last time we played together, because I actually was doing respectable DPS next to him, and it was one of the only times where we've been almost balanced. But normally, he's got the OP build, I've got some build that I really just love the look of or something, you know, and I'm like totally hitching on to him in order to do dungeons and dungeons and stuff, because I'm otherwise not nearly as good as him. But this time, like, there has been a time in our history where I picked the OP build just because he didn't. It was in Path of Exile, and he doesn't like trapping builds, and I love trapping builds. So the trapping build was OP, and he didn't have as much power as me, and he fell out of the game early because I was more OP than he was. That wasn't why he would say. He would just say, "I don't like my character as much this season," you know. But in the reality, David wants to be the OP one, so. My challenge with this build is probably going to be like holding off playing with him for as long as possible because I think my build is stronger than his, but I'm not going to say that. And it could get nerfed. It could get nerfed. So we'll see. But at least I really like the playstyle of it. Like, it's super fun. You spin in circles and throw knives everywhere. It's awesome. It feels great. And you're super speedy. So you're super speedily spinning in circles, throwing knives everywhere. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, I'm having fun. But yeah, he totally wanted to poach my build. Like, if he would have seen that build before he'd already committed to playing the new class, the shiny new thing. But if he had seen this rogue build before that, I think he would have been seriously conflicted. Because normally he's playing rogue and sorcerer. And I looked at the sorcerer builds, but nothing has really gotten me there. There we go. Okay, extra highlights on his little hands and feet. That's cute. All right, we'll keep going here. Let's get all this purple done. Yeah, it is a fun. I was a little scared because when I read the description, it sounded like the rotation was going to be hard. But then I realized that one of the buttons you have to hit actually just stays in place. Like, you're essentially buffing yourself with little spirits, and the spirits absorb hits when people hit you. But you only have to hit the button once, and you get like 9 spirits. And I think you can like augment it later to where you get more. So I don't have to actually hit that button on rotation all the time. I just have to make sure I have spirits up. And the more spirits I have up, the better it is. But it took a little bit of the whole anxiety over, oh my god, this is a complex rotation, out of me. So I think it'll be okay. And it's supposed to be the fastest leveling rogue build. So hopefully it'll let me burn through content. Oh, cute. Oh. Oh, poor Kerniko. Oh, good. Thank you, Turgeon. Yeah, I was just going to check it later today because I've gotten more sales. And this the promotion stack that I did actually was my best promotion ever. And it could be because of all y'all leaving reviews, to be honest. Because the more social proof you have, the more people are going to take a chance on your book and actually read it. So, last time I did a promo stack, I probably only had 25 reviews on East of the Sun, and now we've got 30 something. It makes a difference. Like, the higher we get, once we get over 50, I think we're going to see another spike. And then once we get over 100, it's all gravy. Like, it's once you got over 100 reviews, people trust it a lot more. But thanks for letting me know. Yay, 5. Now we just need 5 more. But yeah, I actually have sold 87 books this month, which is really good. Definitely the best promo stack. And it's pretty much out of juice now. Like, I sold 1 book today. I'd be lucky to get another one. So it's slowing down now the promos have kind of like run out. There we go, little highlighted wings. But yeah, so today I start my first ever Facebook ad campaign. I need to set up my account and send them essentially so they can take all my money. And Facebook is evil, and I'm not a huge fan, but apparently it is the platform to get your book out there. As far as ads go. Like, if you're not in the romance genre doing TikToks, then the way to sell books is Facebook ads. I suspect that's because it's an older demographic on Facebook. And a lot of them are readers, but I could be wrong. Yeah, early meeting, that sucks, Crowley. Have a good day. So I'm still just highlighting with my medium purple here, if you're wondering, guys. I'm gonna experiment with the lighter color that I mixed up and see if it's a fit or if it's too much. I need to highlight this. I need to shade behind this little paw with my darker purple. There. Older demographic, like over 30. You can pretend you're 30 if you want, Kodiak. Like all those kids, that were reading Harry Potter when I was out of college are now, in their 30s or 40. Wow, that makes me feel old. The only cool thing about the Facebook ads, other than being, a new ad platform that I finally have the gumption to try, is that it does let you kind of look at your demographic a little bit more. Amazon doesn't. Amazon's total black box. I have no idea who's buying my books except when you guys tell me you bought one. Facebook does let you know, like, how many people in the, like, under 30 or reading your books or buying your books or whatever. Stuff like that. It's useful info. Although I'm going to write what I'm going to write no matter what. I don't care who my audience is. My audience is people who like my books. That's like it. Only 27. That's awesome. Yeah, because 27 is ancient to them anyway, right? To kids. 30 is ancient. There we go. All right. Now let's try. Now I'm keeping my highlights pretty, so far I haven't really done much with lighting on this, but let's just try to put some higher highlights with our taupe color up higher on the paws. Yeah, right. Everything not, yeah. It's like, enjoy it while you can, little kids. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit. There we go, just a little extra pop. And I'm going to take my mid-purple and make everything up here a little lighter. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Facebook ads, even though I hate Facebook, because I'm always excited to think that maybe I can get new people, exposed to my book. And last night I dropped a copy of Rite of Winter in our local little library, our free little library down the street. Because I had dropped East of the Sun and West of the Moon in there last year. And so I put the other book in there. It's kind of fun to stop by and see if somebody has picked it up yet. The free little library down the street is specifically for teen and young adult. And in kids book. It really, I mean, it doesn't cost me much to put a free copy in there, so. Local advertising, man. I realized that it was a mistake to commit to doing an extra video for the YouTube this month. And to say that I would do one, because immediately I started feeling more pressure. I have to stop doing that. I have to start doing the whole, like, oh look, surprise, there's an extra video this month, instead of the whole, I think I'm going to do an extra video this month. But most of the time I'm like just talking stream of consciousness on my video end, and I'm not thinking about the fact that if I commit to doing it, I have to do it, and then I'm going to feel like a lot of pressure because I've got my month pretty dialed in, but to throw an extra piece of content in there isn't as easy as it sounds. I always feel like I'm superpowered after I get back from a vacation, assuming it hasn't been a stressful vacation. So like the Seattle trip was actually pretty good as far as relaxing goes. All right. Good enough. Now, let's, I won't be able to really get his smile to show up until I highlight some of this darker brown around the face, but I can at least take some black and black it in. And maybe I'll grab some brown and just highlight a little bit around it. Yeah, and YouTube is the thing that doesn't pay me anything. It's just like outreach and awareness, brand awareness, and so it's like I just get excited about it, and then then I'm like, wait. After like a week back home, I'm just like, arg, I'm back, very conscious of all the stuff I have to do, and then I'm like, why did I commit to this extra piece of content? At least October is a long month, so it makes it a little easier. But I also am starting a new book. So. So let's just blacken the little smile on the Batling's face. So you guys can see he has a little smile. See it? There's his little smile. And there's his little smile on the other side. See the little mouth? He is cute. So I'm just going to make sure that's dark. It pretty much is, but... And I'm going to need to highlight around it to make it stand out. I'm going to use my russet brown and driftwood brown, mix those up. So yeah, today I'm going to be trying to film that other new video. I don't want to do a lot on the fur today, so I'm just going to mix up a little bit of brown. I'm going to mix my russet and my driftwood together. Gives me a good neutral brown usually. He is a little cutie. He'll be even more of a little cutie once you've got his grin on. I haven't checked the CrossFit workout tonight to see if I'm screwed. Let's see, am I screwed? Oh, yes. Yes, it's a bunch of stuff that I cannot do, so I'll just have to figure out what we're going to do. I was sad about CrossFit last 2 days ago just because it seems like my knee was not a fan of what I was doing to it. We're trying to be careful. This is a little bit too warm of a brown. I'm concerned. So I didn't use russet before, and it's given me a very, very warm brown. So I guess we'll try it, or I'll grab just driftwood. Probably I should just try some driftwood. No, Bubba. That was just me putting down a paint bottle. Quiet. It's just Mama. Kiki, it's just Mama. Look. It's behind you. See? What a silly dog. So yeah, that color didn't really match what I wanted to do, so the driftwood, I thought it would work because the driftwood is closer to the color that's around his eyes, but so we're just going to highlight a bit. Give him a lighter color, which makes sense because he's got a little light chin, so we can have a little bit of light color here. So we use driftwood brown. Alrighty. I might need to do a little bit more dark further out, but the one thing I will say, the one thing that isn't easy to paint on this is going to be the fur, because that's a little better. There you go, his little smile. But the fur is, it'll be fine at a smaller scale, but this kind of texture is not easy to paint at a bigger scale. Yeah, it's not easy to paint well. So I'll end up kind of like just kind of painting it with textured, really broad textured strokes. His little smile. I need to get it more on this side. The other side showed up better. There we go. Now we have a smile, everybody. Then we'll do the candy corn. I'm going to grab a little bit of black and accentuate the other side a bit, so that he matches. There we go. There he is, with a smile. There he is. Now we can see it. Yeah, with that lighter fringe around it, now we can see the smile. Now he's like, haha, I stole your candy corn. There we go. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna put some water in those colors so they stay wet while we work on the candy corn. And here I'm going to not use colors that are as bright as I could, because again, we've worked kind of muted on this guy just a little bit. So adding white to those base colors to make those pastel colors of candy corn is going to help a bit. We might need a little more, we'll see. I think I'm going to use volcanic, and I'm going to use lantern and cavalier a little bit together, and then white, obviously, for the candy corn. And I might use, because I'm using these colors, I might use magma red to shade my volcanic orange. So we might use a little bit of that pink, the pink color that we can mix with the magma to shade our volcanic orange pastel. And then I'm probably going to use a little bit of cavalier and lantern for the middle orange or middle yellow section, because cavalier, when you add white to it, actually goes like really yellowish. And so I'm going to do that, and then we'll do the white. Alright, so we're going to mix up a succession of colors. And first we're going to do white, because we need to undercoat all of that candy corn. Because the candy corn is lighter colors, and so to make it all work at first go, we want to just start with that white undercoat. Otherwise we'll have to put on too many layers, and it'll take too long, and it'll really annoy us. And I am going to put a drop of white in my 4 drops of, or a drop of water in my 4 drops of pure white. You don't necessarily need a solid coat of white down, but you need to at least put something down for that pastel to go over. I had a funky lucid dream last night. Where I was in a really pressure, like somebody was putting pressure on me, and I was really upset and annoyed at them. And then I had this thought in my dream, well, you know, I'm going to wake up soon, so just deal with it. It'll all be gone away. It'll all go away by the time I wake up. And I used to have that a lot when I was a kid, where I was always conscious that I was dreaming. I haven't for a while. So it was funny to have it and remember it. But I calmed right down after that. I was like, oh, really? Is this a dream? Oh, it must be. Anybody else out there lucid dream? Where you have those thoughts in your dream that you're dreaming? David doesn't remember his dreams. Yeah. It's always funky. You're always like, wait a minute. So it's not a solid coat, but it's a very smooth coat. Ah, that's nice. That's handy. Quindy. Hey, Laura. And again, the secret to a smooth base coat is to start on one side and work your way around while the edge is still wet. That's cool. The rewind dream thing is a cool thing. I think I've only done that like once that I can remember. Yeah, you just know you have a rewind button. You don't know like that it's a dream. Yeah. Oh, see, if I do a little bit too much, I get overlap. Okay, good enough. Candy corn, and now there's candy corn between here too. And the question is, do I leave the black, stripes? I don't know. We'll try it with the stripes. I mean, it's very cartoon, and so far we're painting him very cartoon, so. A little candy corn. Interesting. Sagebrush. That's funny, Quindy. Yeah, I don't know if I can get in here. It's a deep shadow, so I don't know that I can get anything in there. Okay, let's get our colors mixed up. Alright, first I want that orangey color. I'm going to actually do, I won't go all the way to pink. I'm just going to do one drop of white into this magma to take it to like a pinkish orange coral. Let's see, I'll mix these up and I'll show you guys. So let's do that. I always have to ask myself what my brain is trying to tell me when it gives me not so great dreams. Usually it's just that I'm under a lot of pressure and my brain is trying to work it out by giving me dreams that people are trying to kill me. Alright, so my colors are the Magma Red, Volcanic Orange, and then a Cavalier plus Lantern. We're going to put 1 drop of white into each of these and see how it changes it. And I'm going to look up a candy corn. Oh, I forgot that the yellow was the butt. Yellow, orange, white. Alright, because higher contrast, right? And it comes in different oranges, right? Like some are lighter, some are darker. Ooh, candy corn variety Halloween tray. Ooh. Oh, ooh, look at that. It's got like caramel apple ones. It's got purple ones. Oh, now I'm intrigued. Oh, but people say it's bad. It has bad reviews. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's got down huge amounts of downvotes. The colors are the only good thing about it. 2 stars. Yeah. Quindy. Oh, yeah. Hit them back. There are problems that you're running away from, supposedly. That's funny. Yeah, except that apparently they suck. Here, let's, I don't know if I buy that. Brox doesn't use honey anymore. I put in candy corn with honey. Oh, here we go. Fine. Oh, you have to go for the made with real honey. Okay, otherwise it'll taste bad. All right. So it says that Brock's candy corn or made with real honey. So that should taste the right way. But I don't know. Last time I checked the ingredients on that sucker, it wasn't. Do they have an ingredients? No, they don't have an ingredients picture. I don't know. I don't know if I trust that. All right, I need to put some water in here. You need the stuff with the honey in it, otherwise it doesn't taste right, Cornico. If it's not made with real honey, if it's only corn syrup or some crap, it's not good. So that's kind of my shadow color. Except I need it to be darker, actually. This is a good orange, though. That's a good orange. Yeah, it's only like around Halloween. This is not nearly light enough, so more white is needed. Good enough. You still want to leave room for highlights. However, I want another drop of magma over there. You like little pumpkins? I like the mellow creams, the ones where they have the chocolatey cats and the banana flavored moons, or whatever flavor. The yellow flavor that my brain tells me is banana-ish, even if it's not. The ones that taste like circus peanuts, kind of. Circus peanuts being another candy, not actual peanuts. I like Tootsie Rolls. They're my favorite, like, alternative. I'll be with you on the Tootsie Rolls. I also like the different flavored Tootsie Rolls. Like the vanilla ones are my favorite, actually. We used to have those at Reaper for the Ghoulie bags. They probably still order the same kind of thing. Oh. Oh boy, I'm yawny. I woke up in the middle of a dream this morning. Kiki woke me up in the middle of a dream, and I was just like, oof. It always feels like oof when that happens. Alright, so this red one is only to shadow the orange a bit. So let's try this and see how it works. Gotta remember the orange is the middle. I'm probably going to have to put on a couple of layers because I did thin this. Even though it has white in it, orange is still pretty transparent. I would have had to add more white and not add water if I wanted to have a really solid coat. But the white underpainting does help a lot. And again, that's another repeated color of orange, so that's going to help to, again, pull the eye. Oh dear, I must have gotten good sleep. I did. Crazy talk. My body wants me to work out today, apparently. Yep. Lots of dreams. Lots of dreams, my watch says. Although it's lying to me, because I know I had a... I just don't trust my Garmin very much. I'd be interested, actually, to... David joked that I should wear the Fitbit on one wrist and the Garmin on the other wrist overnight. Just to get the sleep scores and compare them. But, like, the Garmin doesn't think I was dreaming before I woke up after my bathroom break. And I know I was, because I remember it. They need to work on their accuracy. You like the berry ones? Yeah. That's a bummer, Laura. Put our second coat on here. Probably have to line a bit between the paws and the corn, but that's okay. So this will be a little bit less vivid than actual candy corn, but again, I want it a little muted because it matches our color scheme better. There, that's a nice orange. And it matches with my other stuff. Ooh, my body says that I'm, like, doing good. Yeah, lots of energy today, apparently. Even though I feel like I'm, like, yawning like crazy. But that's just because... Have you ever noticed that? If you wake up, like, in the middle of a dream, you feel drowsy? Like, even if you got great sleep, you feel, like, drowsy all morning. My stripy-headed sparrows are back. It's getting to be... Even though it's been ridiculously hot, some of the birds are migrating from northern climes. So my stripy-headed sparrows are here, just a few. Alright, so now the butt is yellow. What is this stuff that outsells Coca-Cola? Is it a Scottish soda of some kind? Lately, herbal sodas have been popping up in my local store, but they're not Scottish. Iron brew, huh? What is it? I'm gonna look it up. But you should educate us. I'll Google it, because I'm good at that. Scottish carbonated soft drink, often described as Scotland's other national drink. Introduced in 1901, the drink is produced in Westfield, Cumbernauld, North Lanarkshire. The brand has its own tartan. It has been the top-selling soft drink in Scotland for over a century, competing directly with global brands such as Coca-Cola. I love how Wikipedia keeps begging me for money. We know they don't need it. But what's the flavor like? Oh, it was originally sold as Iron Brew. And they had to change it because of the change in the law that stipulated the marketing of products to be literally true, and as the drink did not contain much iron, nor was it brewed, the passage of this legislation led the company to change the product's name. What is it, though? It doesn't tell me what it tastes like. Okay, I'm gonna ask. Okay. Ooh, banana, orange, and bubblegum with blackcurrant. That sounds amazing. They do apparently make a sugar-free one, but I'd have to see what sweetener they use. Huh. There are recipes. Slow cooker iron brew chicken, iron brew glaze recipe, iron brew slushy, iron brew margaritas, iron brew cupcakes, Quindy. Taste of metal and sugar. Made in Scotland from girders. Iron brew glazed ham. Funky. This is a thing. I didn't know about this thing, although now I want to do the slow cooker iron brew chicken, although it's not rated very highly. So far of all the iron brew recipes, the iron brew cupcakes are the super, super top rated one. Interesting. I wonder if I can get it anywhere near me. Yeah, I'm not sure where I can get it. I'd probably order it. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Maybe I can find the ingredients. Yeah, well, Dr. Pepper glazed ham. Like, Dr. Pepper is a fantastic flavor. Like, I used to eat Dr. Pepper snow cones. They were my favoriteest thing at the fair. We're talking about Iron Brew, Richard Bennett. I don't know if it has infected England like Scotland. Yeah. See? It said banana orange bubblegum with black currant. That's what it says. I'm supposed to trust it? And we're talking about, I looked it up and they're like iron brew cupcakes. Alright, so tell me the ingredients of this. Yeah, I want all product information. Alright, which sweetener? I'm asking a very specific question. Ah, here we go. Oh, yuck! The worst sweeteners! I can't believe they still allow you guys to use aspartame and crap. I should have known. So, instead of using a blue to shade my white, I'm going to use the purple. So I'm going to do the purple first, and then we're going to highlight it with white. I'm using the lightest purple. Alright, I'm going to have to get some of this just to try it, even if I can only drink half a can at a time because the sugar is going to be, like, too much. Oh, classic 1901 that's full sugar. Just like actual sugar Coke. Yeah. Yeah, this sounds like such a weird flavor. I have to get it. So I'm going to do that purple first, guys, and then we're going to put white over the top of it. This time I do, Richard. Like, get with the program, UK. Like, aspartame is nasty stuff. Switch to something that's like, at least like stevia or monk fruit or something. Erythritol on the outside, but seriously. That's like, it's like the oldest sweetener and the worst of them. Talk about chemical. Yuck. Yucky, yucky. Just my personal opinion. Keep in mind that I do eat very well, considering, you know, if you compared me to most Americans. I'm very low sugar. I eat a lot of veggies. I'm definitely not the American demographic. So do not consider America criticizing. Just Anne. Just Anne is like giving you dubious looks about what you're eating. So I'm actually going to paint over that with the white. Take it down a notch. Oh, there's a complaining squirrel outside. Complain squirrel. There. Alright. Yeah, aspartame is terrible. It just means I'll have to have the, we deep fry everything. Yeah, you sound like the Midwest. You sound like where I grew up. Now I have to see where they sell this stuff near me. David's gonna give me eyebrows when I try to find this stuff. British Corner Shop. Yeah, they are seriously charging you a lot. British Essentials. Amazon. A Scottish favorite. Pack of 12. Actually, that's not bad. You can order it on Amazon in a pack of 12, Quindy, for $27.42, so that's less than $5 a bottle. It's just over $2 a bottle. now I'm tempted. I'm going to have to thin my white down to get a smooth highlight on this. Meantime, I'm going to do another layer on my yellow. Isn't the bat looking cute now? Isn't he looking cute? He has a smile, everybody. Hey, and the yellow is like synergizing well with the yellow in the jack-o'-lantern too. I wanted to brighten his eyes up a little bit. It's probably less than you pay for it. That's funny. We will deep fry your kebab. I made chili last night with jalapeno cornbread muffins. Then holding off because I have to roast, I always roast my peppers. And it had been so hot that I just did not want to run the oven at all. But yesterday was finally only 78 degrees. And so I was able to roast my vegetables and make my chili. Jalapeno cornbread is the best. It is banging. That's hilarious. I didn't look that far. Should we do it? Should we order it? Should we order it, Quindy? You at least know what it tastes like. Now I'm so curious. Ooh, you can get cans. And that's cheaper. It's only a 6-pack. That's probably what I should do. So yeah, I can get it cans $14.87 with Prime delivery for 6 cans. That sounds about right. I don't need 12. I'll just get 6 and then I'll drink one every once in a very long time. All right, I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. And then I'll report back. I'll report back here. An American trying this. David's going to look at me like, what have you done? I'm like, the Scottish people convinced me. The power of Scots compel you. The power of Scots compel you. I'm ordering it. Did you order the 6-pack, Wendy? You at least know what it tastes like. Oh yeah, no, I ordered the sugar version. Thanks, Marish. You just lost our you managed to miss our discussion about the weird Scottish soda that Quindy and I just ordered. Awesome. Excellent. I just ordered it too. It'll be here in 2 days. I can have a tasting on the weekend. Talk David into doing it with me. Well, I'll make him drink half of it. Or I'll taste it and jealously guard it from him. I'm not sure which. I don't think it tastes like haggis. It's supposed to taste like banana orange bubblegum with an undercurrent of blackcurrant. They had me at banana. So, yours won't arrive till Monday, okay. I think mine is supposed to arrive on Saturday. Or maybe, yeah, in 2 days, right? So the 12th, yeah. Bananas sounds super Scottish. uh, all right, I am gonna slowly. And as you can see, I'm still having trouble because my white is not thin enough. I need to thin it super way down. So I'm just going to grab a couple of brushfuls and throw more water in it off to the side so that I can actually blend this. Because white news has coverage. But now I have to look up that the cupcakes recipe, Richard. The iron brew cupcakes recipe. Awesome. So iron brew cupcakes. Yes. bakingwithgranny.co.uk. Oh, come on. Jump to the recipe already. Ever noticed lately that, like, it never jumps to the recipe when you want it to jump to the recipe? Okay, so iron brew syrup. So I assume you have to reduce it. Yep. I'm going to have to look that up. Well, maybe this is a sign that it's time for me to finally do my Indonesian syrup as well. Brew syrup recipe. Oh. Whoa, there's all sorts of variants, guys. Oh, this sounds perfect. You know, I was just saying about the Indonesian syrup stuff. Yeah, there we go. So apparently, this is like it's like cinnamon, star anise, mace, allspice, and iron brew. It's a syrup, and I assume there's some mandarin. Okay, I'm getting totally pulled down this rabbit hole. I must stop. You feel so guilty if we both hate it. Oh, it was Insta. She put it up on or TikTok, and I just want the recipe. I don't want to watch her video. But now I'm intrigued, and I totally want to use that flavor combo because the Indonesian syrup I was going to put together had a lot of that same stuff. All right, so now I'm just going to start using my thinned white to blend. And I'm just going to end up leaving just a little bit of the purple. That's my shadow. That's just to keep this from being just a blob painted white. You want that little bit of shading there. Yeah, we hyped ourselves into it. Yep, we were just too curious. We had to do it. But, like, yeah, iron brew syrup. Like, I'm all into it now. I want to see. I want to see what this is about. I don't normally let myself, like, be influenced by social media, but you guys are my very extremely social media, and so I figure my extremely social media can every once in a while get me to hit the buy button. Not even my book. Come on, Richard. Richard realizes his mistake. But yes. I look forward to trying the iron brew. It's going to be terribly sugary. My dentist, that was ages ago now. I got it. My dental assistant taught me a neat trick that if you add water to mouthwash, it actually tastes better. because it softens the flavor and you still get the benefits. She had me rinse with it yesterday. I'm like, wait, that actually tasted good. So she explained. All right, so now let's get a little bit of a highlight orange going on here. Treat the candy corn like a cylinder and highlight it on down this side. Yeah, yes. The worst thing will be if we love it. Although I know I'm gonna be able to resist it because, like I said, I've cut way back on sugar and stuff. But this is an exception. It'll be a treat food for me. I'll put it in the garage so I can mostly forget about it until I'm like, oh my god, I need a sweet thing and I need it now. And like, I have Iron Brew, and I'll descend upon it, cursing Kurnico all the way. But yeah, like David on the plane when we were last flying. I forget, it must have been ReaperCon. He actually ordered an actual Coke, and I gave him a look, and he's like, "What?" All right, I'm gonna create a highlight for this yellow. Thanks, Marich. The mushrooms are going to be pretty standard, actually, although I'll have to be creative because, again, we have to mute everything a little bit because everything is a little muted. So that will likely be red, but I'll have to highlight with the pink. I'll probably use the magma red, actually. I could actually block that in right now because I have some of this. Hold on. I need to shade the underside of the candy corn. I'm going to use orange for that. Yeah, I don't like full sugar sodas, but I'll have a little bit. Probably I'll like drink like half the bottle so that I only have half the sugar, and then I'll keep the rest like, and don't care if it goes flat because I'm going to make it into syrup. That seems like a good way to do it. Because I know I'm never going to want to drink a full bottle with all that sugar in it. I've desensitized my palate, and I don't like that much sugar in anything these days. So I'm going to use orange just a little bit to shade that. Just give it a little bit of a shadow. Sometimes things are worth it. Yeah, so let's shade the inside of this candy corn with the magma red plus white, and then we'll go down and see what we can do about this mushroom top. And again, I'm going to wet blend the edge there with regular orange. Well, yeah. When any mushroom that you have those spots on, to me is like obvious that it's red with white spots at that point. Plus, there's a little face on one, and we haven't decided on the toad. He'll probably be more green. Let's just take this muted red and do it. So adding white to this magma red has made it not quite as bright. Still fairly intense, but it's not quite as bright. We can lay this down and see if we like it. You know, I bet I could take that stuff. I bet I could take that the iron brew, and I could water it, thin it down with plain soda water, and make it less sugary. I wonder if people do that with Coke and stuff. If they like, or like, you know, this is too much sugar, but I still like the flavor. Like, I bet I could make a. Now I'm tempted. Now I'm like, huh. I'm having ideas, folks. I'm having ideas. Well, it is pinkish, but for one thing, it's like an orangey red, right? It's got a lot of yellow pigment in it, so you don't immediately go like a strawberry pink. But the key is just keeping it halfway between that point, Jetta. Like, you just add, like, you've got 4 drops of red, you add 1 drop of white. You're going to get a lightish red. It's not really going to go pink, but it's going to be a more faded red. And that's what we're going for here. And it looks a little more intense on the camera than it is in person. Remember, my camera really likes reds, and it likes to intensify them. But I think this is going to work. Let's actually zoom out, because we want to look at the whole model. But I think that's going to work, especially if I use this same red and I add a little bit more up here into the ears. So if I add a little bit more of this color, or I even glaze it down here toward the bottom of the ears. To add a little bit more of that color there. So essentially pulling it around the model. Remember, this is an Anne thing that she likes to do. So we've been watching Bake Off season, Kuruniko, the new Bake Off season, and I gotta say that a couple episodes in, after all the crazy fainting drama and you know, stuff like that, I love all these people. Like, I really love all the contestants this year. I think there's some real awesome people. Or put ice cream in it. Yeah, I don't like to do that so much. I like the sparkling. Oh, cola and milk, yeah. Yeah, I've heard about cola and milk. I never tried it because I love cola, but I have like a cola flavored sparkling water. LaCroix makes one. Oh yeah, so there we go. So now if we've got this, now that pink, we still get the pink in the ears, but it's a little more intense there, and it hits there, and it hits there. See how we're pulling the eye? Because the eye then catches all those colors. So that's really nice. I like that. That's good. Yeah, new Bake Off is really, really good. So if you guys are into Bake Off, this season is really good. I'm only 2 episodes in. But yeah, I think maybe if I get a bottle of decent sparkling water and I cut the iron brew half and half, that'll reduce the calorie content, and I'll be able to drink it happily and still experience the flavor. I'll try it full strength, but chances are the sugar is just going to make me go. Plus, it's got caffeine in it, and as y'all know, I gotta be careful with caffeine. So, thinning it 50-50 with sparkling water would help with that a lot. Yes. Yeah. Kuruniko talked us into trying Iron Brew. So now Quindy and I have ordered it, and we'll report back to the populace of America. I'll have to find a very innocuous, like I'll have to use San Pellegrino or something with no flavor. I normally hate San Pellegrino sparkling water because it's so flavorless compared to brands I really like. So also having these little red caps, if we make our toady green, or greenish, green and brown, then it'll make him stand out a lot because the red will intensify his greenness and vice versa. So we're blocking now to make sure we like these colors. Yes. The brew must get through. See, I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to put part aside for syrup making and add some of that, some of those Indonesian spices as well, and see what I can come up with. Maybe I'll make something that's newly addicting for myself. Because then I can use that syrup to make sparkling water that tastes like it. Alright, so we've got our red mushrooms blocked in. Let's look at our Batling. Wow, look at all these colors, guys. He's so colorful. He's so colorful. Oh my gosh, oh my god. So color. if the meeting goes well, you'll try one. If not, I will try many more. Alright, Kodiak. High fives. Good luck with the meeting. We're almost at the end of the stream. I'm going to do a glaze of this, this reddish color onto the ear on this side, just like I did on the other side. I'm going to plop a bunch of water. And just try to glaze it. And I'm going to slurp all of that water off of there. When David is going, what the heck, I'll just tell him it's all my stream friends' problem. There, we got that ear. Today is going to be a nice 75-degree day. I can't wait. Nice weather. I have a lot to do. But if I get it all done, I can play Diablo tonight after CrossFit. Part of me looks at that CrossFit workout and just doesn't want to go, but eh. Yeah, okay. So the flavor of the drink, Michael, is apparently banana orange bubblegum with blackcurrant undertones. And I'm going to have to see, but apparently it tastes like girders, really. But yes. But yes, we'll see how it is. So I also added a little bit of that red in there, which punches up the wings a little bit. And we'll go and do the other side and the backs. Yeah, it's kind of what I said when I found the flavor profile online. It's dark here already, yes. Sorry. It's lovely today. I have the whole day in front of me. I'll go to my CrossFit even if I don't want to. I was just so sad about it. Like, the last class. I just felt like I overdid it. I like blackcurrant. I like that flavor actually quite a lot, so. And I really love banana and orange, so I figure I could be a convert. I'll just have to get some bottles so that I can like put it into. That's the only problem with getting cans, is that I can't reclose them. I'll have to get bottles to store it, the part that I want to put into syrup. Yeah, maybe it is the weekend to do my Indonesian syrup. We can do it with Iron Brew and without, and compare them and see which one I like the best. I ran into this Indonesian syrup when we were in Ashland. There's an Indonesian restaurant there, and it had an Indonesian spiced soda, and it was a house-made syrup with a whole bunch of those spices in it, and it was amazing. Like, I was like, oh my god. Like, I was just sucking that stuff down. It was amazing. So then I deconstructed. I tried to use my taste buds to deconstruct it, and then I asked how close. I asked the waitress, the barmaid, barmaid. I've been reading too much fantasy fiction. The bartender, like, how close I was, and she actually gave me the recipe. So I was like, ooh. I was close. Tasted like cough medicine. I've tried blackcurrant syrup in cider before, and it's very good. So you have it that way. Specifically hard cider. Before I stop drinking. There we go. We've got our reds in all the places. Our reds. That's complexified our bit of our stuff. I do want to intensify his eyeballs a little bit, and then we'll close it. Hey, Roger. Late. Very late. We're about to close down. But it was a fun stream, Roger. You missed it. We rampaged about, like, buying weird sodas that come from Scotland. I'm going to get just a little bit more. I don't know if I want that. That's going to make his eye starey. I don't really want his eyes to be starey. There he is. Sweet. Yeah, if I can pop some real yellow, like we got some real yellow there on the underside of his eye now. I'm just trying to pull that yellow up from the pumpkin face to the candy corn to the eyeballs of the dude. Scarred him for life. Okay, so there we go. Got a little bit more light. More yellow on the underside of these eyes. There. So I'm making the eyes almost half yellow, half orange now. Because I've got a lot more colors to pull up onto the face of the guy. So we've got yellow and orange. The ears look great now. I like them. That intensified color suggests blood flow. Our candy corn is a candy corn. We got our purples. I need to really do something with the fur. I need to work on the fur next time, guys. I do like him, but his fur needs work. All right. Sweet. We're progressing. Oh no, delayed parcel. Aww. Near. Great. Yeah, I haven't looked to see if I got my Bone 6 notification. I should look. Oh! We're ready to start shipping your items, but we need to collect the shipping charges. I have to go pay my shipping, guys. It's a good thing you guys mentioned all that, because it just came. My shipping notification price thing. Oh, come on. But wait. Oh, it says 0 pledge remains, though. Wait, did it lie to me? There it is. Pay with PayPal, please. There, it was just hiccuping. Complete. Alright, I paid my shipping. My bones should ship today or tomorrow. Sweet. Yeah, hopefully it will be. So thanks, everybody. I think it's good. I think our baddie's looking good. Do you like him? The mushrooms will change a bit. But do you see how we're repeating colors also across the model? And how that helps pull things together? I feel like the red's a bit much down here, so I'll probably fade it out a bit. Oh, Kiki, did you hear me start to say goodbye and now you know it's walk time? Kiki says it's walk time, everybody. It's walk time. Hey, little Pudge, how are you? How are you, little Pudge? But yes, thank you, everybody. He's working. He's getting there. Batling is getting there. We got to get his fur all spiffied up. That's just because I put it on too thin, Val. Because I thinned it down a lot. Like, that's probably got 2 drops of water in it. So it's about 6 drops. So it's about 3 to 1. But I mean, you don't deal with it. You just put another coat on. I wanted to try it out. So this is only 1 coat of paint. If I put another coat on it, it'd be fine. But I hadn't decided. I just wanted to try out the color. The reason I put it on so thin is I wanted to try out the color, and then I'd have plenty of room to change it. So not putting, if I liked it, I could put another coat on, and it would get solid like my candy corn layers did. If I don't, then I can play around with it with different shading, different highlighting, different, like, you know, layers and stuff. And eventually, after all that treatment, it'll look just fine and solid. I mean, but if that's the effect you're getting, it's because you're thinning your paint too much. Flat out. Flat out. Too much water. Either it's from the wet palette or whatever. But it's just too much. Too much water. Because wet palettes love to turn Master Series to puddles. Just the way it is. Unless you keep it super dry. But yeah. So, alright. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Last day of battling. We'll work on those mushrooms tomorrow a bit, I think. That or the fur, or both. Alright. Thanks very much. Much love to y'all. We'll see if I still love Coroniko after I drink this soda that she recommended and see if my head explodes. Bye, everybody. Bye.